Well, it's time to close the open. I apologize for the delay on getting you guys the results, but I don't apologize for what was a pretty awesome 3 weeks. Now, we're going to close the open. As much as I do love the open, I also really love when it's over. So, here we go. Thanks to Lewis joining the good guys. Much closer competition, Americas versus the world. The total left the world ahead by 14, 174 to 160. Week 1 was dominant by the worlds. Week 2, Americas actually took first place after we adjusted accordingly. And all tied up at week 3, but that landslide victory in week 1 seemed to be the difference. We got bonus points for this week. I'm just staring at the list. I'll read them off. We got Robin, Jess, Liz, Patricia, Keely, Brooke, Leah, Paula, Jake, Jordan, Jeff, Tom, Max, Darcy times 2. On the world side, we got Ellie, Mia, Darcy, Helen, Mika, Pavan, Alex, Will, Stefan, Patty, Tim, and another times 2, Mr. John Shields. Look, non-stop, I feel like non-stop, just reasons to be proud of the community. Had a couple of people, some guests rather, that came for the open, was getting massage. Robin noted that they were there for the open. They had nothing but good things to say. We had another group of 4 come back today to buy a whole whack of t-shirts and just to be grateful that we welcome them in. So those are the most proud moments, really, when people come to our gym and say, wow, this is such a good group of people. I think, couldn't be more proud of my children than to hear that, right? It's not always about who has the best score, but sometimes it's just the character within that really makes a big difference. We've got more things to share here. We got, our top 5 performances of week 3. We got Alex, Morgan, Jake, Steve, and Sam in the top 5. Ellie, Sarah, Emma, Kat, and Yoko. And along with that, we do have a leaderboard square that denotes the top 5 for the open results as ranked in the world. And this year's square actually updated the square, almost updated all the leaderboard, but ran out of time. But we got Morgan, Alex, Jake, Steve, and Sam in the top 5 men. And for the women, we got Ellie, Sarah, Emma, Kat, and Yoko. So your names are going to be crowned the top five fittest in the 2026 Open until next year. Couple of things that I feel like I do want to just be grateful for and thank you guys for. The coaches, they put a lot of extra time in, but so do you as members, whether you are hanging out Friday night lights or helping people judge on an open gym. But again, just an awesome time to be a gym owner. It really does make the community shine. I do want to make note, actually John pointed out something to me today, and it was I kind of fought it at first. I was like, I don't think so. But John, thank you for pointing that out, is that he mentioned to me that the people who participated in the High Rocks event did really well in this year's Open. So I don't know, that could be somewhat of a user's biased observation, meaning the people that sign up for events tend to do well at events, right? So maybe they've been under the limelight before. That could be one thing. The other thing is that could be just overall the experience of trying to perform or push yourself was a really good experience to get the most out of this year's Open. Another thing could be is just overall the training for that event really pushed the limits of your endurance, which, I mean, most of these workouts in the Open are all about capacity, like how much capacity you have, meaning, if you can't do, I'll just use the word 250 wall balls, because it's too much for you. Well, it doesn't really matter how you slice and dice the workout. You're basically not going to get all the reps in. Same with the burpees, right? If you're incapable of, hundreds of burpees, then what happens is the workout shows up, and yeah, all those other things come into play: the clean, the thruster, the but so that's another thing. But yeah, thank you, John, for pointing that out. It does certainly highlight the fact that training for things is important. Training for all the things is important. And last but not least, I think a lot of you guys, more than a few, qualified for quarterfinals. If you're not really sure, if you open up your app and it says see your results, you scroll down a bit, you can toggle between your ranking number and your ranking percentage. You click your percentage, and if you're under 35, if that first number that pops up, you're greater than 75%, you would have qualified. And if you are in an age group category, and you just scroll over a few clicks over, should say what your percentage was in your age group, and same thing. And that's like next week and a half. So if that's you, I don't want to go over what the quarterfinals is, but it's basically 4 workouts in like a 4-day period that you do just like the open. It might be a little bit, workouts are going to probably be a little bit more skill oriented and a lot heavier in weights, but same format, same idea. So that's you. Think about participating. I'll leave it at that. Thanks again from the bottom of my heart. Always fills my bucket, and training starts for the Open next year right now.